Viewers of my YouTube channel, I am extremely happy to welcome you in yet another module, Success to Gate Control Systems Module 25. I have already done 24 modules in Success to Gate Control Systems. In all these modules, I have covered gate questions pertaining to classical control. In this module, I will explain solutions to questions from state space analysis. I think I will be able to solve some 5 questions probably in the next module, and then thereafter I will try to cover the remaining questions. Let me straight away move to the presentation. The first question, so it is asked in GATE 2016 Electronics Engineering set 3 question paper, question number 47. A second order LTI system, linear time invariant system, is described by the following state equations, where x1, x2 are state variables, u denotes the input. If output C of t is equal to x1 of t, then the system is controllable, observable, not observable, observable, not controllable, both controllable, observable, neither controllable nor observable. Therefore, this question, expects us to check whether the system is controllable and observable. Therefore, we have to find out the controllability matrix, observability matrix, and then find out the rank of the two matrices. If the rank of the two matrices is equal to the order of the system, then the system is controllable. Anyway, we will work out and check it out. So this is the state equation. These two are the state equations. So these two are the state equations, and this is the output equation. Now, these two state equations, we can write them in vector matrix notation. How can you write them in vector matrix notation? x1 dot, x2 dot. So this 2x1, if it is brought to the other side, minus 2x1, there is no x2 term. dx2 by dt plus x2, in that x2, if it is brought to the other side, you will get minus 1. There is no x1 term. So into x1, x2 plus 3, 1, u. I think you are able to understand. So x1 dot equal to 2x1 plus 3u. So x1 dot is minus 2x1 plus 3u. x2 dot is minus x2 plus u. Yeah, x2 dot is minus x2 plus u. Right. Then the output equation. So y is equal to, so normally we use y is equal to cx form. So x1 of t. So 1, 0, x1, x2. Now we can check that this is matrix A and this is matrix B and this is matrix C. Now matrices A, B and C are found out. The next step is to check the controllability and observability. That means we have to find out the controllability matrix and observability matrix. First, let us go for checking the controllability. So how to check controllability? We have to find out B and AB. Actually, we have to find out B, AB, A square B, etc. Since the order of the system is 2, order of the system matrix A is 2 by 2, it is enough if we find out B, AB. So matrix B is 3, 1. So we have to multiply A with B. So if you multiply A with B, so what you get is minus 6, minus 1. That you can check it out. So you multiply the matrices A and B, you will get AB as minus 6, minus 1. Now we have to find out the determinant value of this. So find out the determinant value of this. So if we find out the determinant value of this, this is minus 3 plus 6. Therefore, it is definitely not equal to 0. Therefore, rank of B, AB is equal to 2, which is the order of the system n. Therefore, the system is controllable. So system is controllable. Then observability we have to check. How to check observability? We have to check the rank of CT ATCT matrix. We have to check the rank of CT ATCT matrix. So we have to find out the transpose of C. So transpose of C is 1, 0. Transpose of A you can find out. And if you find out the transpose of A and multiply with CT, right? So you will get minus 2, 0. So you find out transpose of A, transpose of CT, then multiply AT with CT. That is, these two you multiply. Find out AT, then find out CT, multiply, you will get 1 minus 2, 0, 0. Definitely, if we find out the determinant of this, we can definitely say it is 0. If it is 0 means rank of CT, then ATCT is definitely not equal to 2. It is just equal to 1 only. So it is actually less than 2, which is equal to 1. Therefore, system is not observable. The system is not observable. So controllable, not observable. Controllable, not observable. Which option it is coming if you see? So option A, it is coinciding. Therefore, option A is correct. See how we can easily do it. Very simple question. Let us move to the next question. So the next question, what they have asked is the transfer function they have given. I mean the transfer function they are asking. The transfer function y of s by u of s whose state space equations are given below. So it is asked in GATE 2017 Electrical Engineering Set 1. Now the question is find the transfer function. They have given 4 options. Therefore, we have to find the transfer functions. So if we have to find out the transfer function, what is required is, anyway, I think they have missed that output. I think matrix C is actually matrix C is 1 0. I think I have not given the matrix C. Anyway, I will write it here. I will write the matrix C here. So matrix C is, what is the matrix C? 1 0. Because here x dot equal to ax plus b only given. So C is y 0, or we have to write y is equal to 1 0 into x1 x2, or y is equal to x1, or even you can say that y is equal to x1. That is given in the question. Now this is your A and this is your B, and C I have already written. Now the transfer function they have asked. So what is the transfer function expression? State model is given. Now we need transfer function. What is the expression for transfer function? If you see, it is C into Si minus A inverse into B plus D you will get. Anyway, D matrix is not there. So C into Si minus A inverse into B plus D you will get. The D is not there. So matrix C is 1 0, and this is Si minus A inverse. So we have to find out Si minus A. So S minus 1, S minus 2 is Si minus A, correct? So for this we have to find out the inverse into B. What is B? 1 into 2. So C into Si minus A inverse into B. See, whenever you get 2 by 2 matrix, finding the inverse is very simple. Before that, if you find out modulus of, that is determinant of Si minus A. So what is determinant of Si minus A? S into S minus 1, that is this into this, minus 4. That is, that when you simplify, S square minus S minus 4. So now we know Si minus A determinant. Now we have to find out Si minus A inverse. So what is Si minus A inverse? If you find out, so Si minus A is nothing but S minus 1, S minus 2, minus 2. So if you want to find out the adjoint of Si minus A, it is very simple. Adjoint of Si minus A, just interchange the diagonal elements, change the signs of off diagonal elements. So that is the rule. So equal to, that is the rule for finding the adjoint of a matrix as far as 2 by 2 matrix is concerned. Now we need Si minus A inverse. We have already find out the determinant of Si minus A. So 1 by Si minus A into adjoint of Si minus A. So that is S 2 to Si minus 1. So which is equal to 1 by S square minus S minus 4 into S 2 to S minus 1. So now Si minus A inverse is done. Therefore the transfer function is C into Si minus A inverse into B. What is C? 1 0. Si minus A inverse just now we have found out. S square minus S minus 4 2, sorry, S 2, this is S 2 to S minus 1, that is your Si minus A inverse, into what is matrix B? Matrix B is 1 2. So if you multiply this, multiply and simplify, you will get S plus 4 by S square minus S minus 4. So this is option D. If you check with the 4 options, option D is correct. Anyway, finding this multiplication is definitely easier for you, because this into this you can easily do. So S plus 4 you will get, and this is 2 plus 2S minus 2. So 2 minus 2 will cancel there. So you will get S. Anyway, that we have to multiply 1 0. Therefore, this will go, because 1 0 we have to multiply. So finally you will get S plus 4, and this denominator you will get. So option D is correct. See how easily we are able to do the problem in transfer function. So the next one, this is again a problem asked in GATE 2018 electronics engineering question paper. So they have given the state equation and output equation like the previous one, and we are asked to find out the transfer function. Very simple, same method. That is, so this is your matrix A, this is your matrix B, and this is your matrix C. So they are asking transfer function. What is the transfer function expression? Same C into Si minus A inverse into B. Therefore, first we have to find out Si minus A. So Si minus A is S plus 4, S 1.5 minus 4, that's all. S plus 4, S 1.5 minus 4. So for this we have to find out inverse. So Si minus A inverse we want to find out means, so first we need adjoint of Si minus A. So adjoint of Si minus A. So how to find out adjoint of Si minus A for a 2 by 2 matrix? Interchange the diagonal elements, then change the signs of diagonal elements. That's all. That is what I have done. Interchange the diagonal elements, change the signs of diagonal elements. Therefore, by this rule, we can easily find out the determinant. I mean, we can find out the inverse. Before that, I want modulus of, I mean, determinant of Si minus A also. That is S square plus 4S plus 6. So adjoint is available. Determinant of Si minus A is also available. Therefore, finding inverse is very simple. So Si minus A inverse is 1 by mod, I mean determinant of Si minus A. So S square plus 4S plus 6 into adjoint of Si minus A. What is adjoint of Si minus A? Yes, minus 1.5, 4, S plus 4. Now adjoint inverse is known. How to find out the transfer function? C into Si minus A inverse into B. That's all. What is C? C is given 1.5, 0.625. So Si minus A inverse means this 1 by S square plus 4S plus 6 into S minus 1.5, 4, S plus 4, then multiplied by B, that is 2, 0. So this I will simplify. Anyway, last problem I did not simplify. Anyway, this I will show you how to simplify. Normal matrix only. So 1.5, 0.625. Therefore, this we have to multiply. Therefore, 2s. So you'll get 2s, correct? And this when you do it is 8. So 2s and 8. Therefore, the next step 1 by s square plus 4s plus 6. And if you multiply, this is 3s. So 8 into 0.625 is 5. Therefore, it is 3s plus 5 by s square plus 4s plus 6. Which option it is fitting into? So option A. So option A is the correct option. See how easily it is solvable just by applying the basic expression. That's all. Let us do the next problem. So this is the problem asked in GATE 2017 Electronics Engineering Set 2 question paper. So it is question 49. So what they have mentioned is, again they have given the state equations. Now the state equations are dx1 by dt minus x2 equal to 0. So another state equation is dx2 by dt plus 2x1 plus 3x2 equal to r of t, where x1, x2 are two state variables, r of t denotes input. Output C is equal to x1 of t. System is undamped, underdamped, critical damped, overdamped. See, we have to check the nature of, what? The damping. Damping means what we have to check? Poles of the system we have to check. We know very well that in the transfer function expression, anyway I will write here, then only you will be able to understand. See, in the transfer function expression we know it is C into Si minus A inverse means 1 by determinant of Si minus A into adjoint of Si minus A into B, of course, plus D. Of course, this D will not come here because if D we have to get, then output should be expressed in terms of input. But output is expressed in terms of state variable only. So here, modulus, that is determinant of Si minus A, this is actually characteristic equation. Always roots of the characteristic equation or the roots of the poles are denominator polynomial. So this is going to be the denominator polynomial. So we have to check the roots of the denominator polynomial. That means we have to find out mod Si minus A, that is determinant Si minus A we have to find out. So what is this we have to find out? We will do that, then we will check whether it is undamped or underdamped or critically damped or overdamped. Before that, we should write the matrices A, B and C. So how to write matrix A and B from here? X1 dot, X2 dot, so X1 dot, X2 dot equal to, so this is in terms of X2, so 0, 1. This is 2x1, 3x2 if it is brought to the other side, minus 2, minus 3, so this is minus 3, x1, x2 plus, anyway 0 is there, so 0, 1, r of t, that is u. So this is your matrix A, this is your matrix B, and we know very well that matrix C is 1, 0. Why it is 1, 0? Because C of t is x1 of t. So now matrix A is known, B is known, C is known. Anyway, B, C and all not required. Only A is required as far as this problem is concerned. Right. So we will find out Si minus A first. So what is Si minus A? So Si minus A is known. So yes, this is S plus 3. This is minus 1, 2. Am I right? Minus 1, 2. Correct? So yes, S plus 3 minus 1, 2. So we need to find out determinant of this. That means S into S plus 3, S square plus 3S plus 2. So if you see this with the characteristic equation of a second order system, S square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square, am I right? S square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. Therefore, what is omega n? Root of 2, right? Omega n square is 2. See, omega n square is 2. Therefore, omega n is root 2, which will be some 1.4 and 4. 2 zeta omega n. So, this is equal to 3. So, 2 zeta omega n is 3. Therefore, what is zeta? 3 by, right? So, 3 by 2 into omega n. So, 1.4 and 4. So, which will be some 2.828. Therefore, it is greater than 1. So, damping ratio greater than 1 means, what is the answer? Over damped. They have asked whether it is over damped or critically damped or undamped or under damped. So, it is over damped. Over damped means which option? Option D. Let's see how easy to solve the problems of this kind. Let us see one more example. This is again the question based on the damping ratio, all that. Instead of giving the numerical values, they are given some alpha and beta. Okay, whatever be the case, we have to use the same fundamental, same rule. This is matrix A, this is matrix B. Because same problem, consider state variable, all that by your damping ratio and damped natural frequency are given by, they are asking damping ratio and undamped natural frequency. Previous problem, previous question they asked whether it is underdamped, critically damped, overdamped or undamped. Now they are exactly asking the values. So A, B, C are known to us. So here again what is required for us is modulus determinant of Si minus A. So what is Si minus A? So Si minus A is S plus 2 beta minus 1 alpha, correct? S plus 2 beta minus 1 alpha. So we have to find out determinant of this. That is, we have to find out determinant of this. S square plus 2 beta S plus alpha S square plus 2 beta S. Am I right? Oh, sorry. 2 beta. So just wait. Yeah, S square plus 2 beta S plus alpha. Correct only. S into S. Yeah. So here alpha is omega n square and this is your 2 zeta omega n. Therefore 2 zeta omega n, omega n is root alpha. Omega n root alpha. I think option A and D you are getting that. But in the both the cases zeta is different. So what is zeta therefore? Zeta is 2 beta divided by 2 root alpha. Am I right? What is zeta after all? Zeta is equal to 2 zeta omega n by root omega n square. Right? Correct? So here you will get 2. Therefore this 2 will cancel. That is what I have written. So 2 zeta. Right? So 2 zeta omega n. What is omega 2 zeta omega n? 2 beta. So this 2 beta is 2 zeta omega n divided by 2 for that I have written 2. What is root of omega n square? Omega n is root alpha. Therefore this 2 cancels. Therefore, what is, the solution is omega n root alpha, right? Then zeta equal to beta by root alpha. So zeta equal to beta by root alpha, omega n root alpha. Therefore, option A is the correct option. So you have to write option A. So I think you have understood all the solutions. I hope this way of presentation is different from my earlier presentations. So if it is comfortable, you please give your comments in the chat box, chat window. So I'll be happy to receive your comments. And if you want to see in detail about this controllability, observability, then this transfer function, then you can refer my earlier videos. This is one video, right? This I have done in control system lecture series. This is again another video that I have done in control system lecture series. Because second, third, fourth, fifth problems, they basically deal with the transfer function, that is determinant of Si minus V. That is why I have given this. So till I meet you in the next module, thank you and goodbye.